fish hobby, and today I'm going to talk about aquarium plant keeping. So as you can see, I have a few plants in my fish tank. This is 90-gallon tank, and so pretty much what you want to have for these plants, you want to have a good conditions in your tank, meaning water quality, pH, alkalinity, and hardness, and temperature, and the substrate, and the light, and how often you change the water in the fish tank. Just like in nature, plants love fresh water, especially in the forest in the springs, when the rain goes down. You'll see, if you watch the videos of fast plant growing, when the video goes forward like a few like 3 times faster than a regular recording, you will see how plants grow, how faster plants grow when the rain falls down. So plants, just like flowers, guys, when when it rains, it helps them with growth. So the same thing in fish tanks. In fish tanks, like this enclosed box where we keep these plants. They also want that fresh water. So changing the water on a weekly basis also helps your plants. Not only that, but also things like adding fertilizers to your water, and meaning adding a smart way of fertilizers, because you don't want to overfeed plants with that food. That's what it is, food for them. The fertilizers is pretty much a food for them. So some plants accept certain fertilizers better than others. So you gotta know exactly how much and what fertilizer to add. For example, I'm using 3 fertilizers here. I'm gonna show you. So one of them is Flourish Trace, another one is called Flourish XL. These two I give about 1 day after I do the water change, about 50% of the water change. I add these two, 1 cup full of each. Now 2 days later, I'm gonna add Flourish, another fertilizer. So pretty much what you're adding to the water, you're adding all this minerals, vitamins that's listed in here. Like let me just go over quick. So this Flourish has full nitrogen, it has phosphate, it has potash. Some of these names are going to be pronounced incorrectly, guys, so bear with me. Calcium, magnesium, boron, chlorine, cobalt, copper, iron, which is very important to the plants, and also zinc, sodium, molybdenum, very little percentage, magnesium, and water soluble zinc. So many of these things, guys, just in one of these bottles. That's why I don't like adding 3 of them all at once, because I don't want to overfeed plants. Back in the days, I was testing these fertilizers with my plants, and when adding 3 of them at once, actually the leaves will turn black and just rotten. So you don't want to overfeed plants. So in case you want to do the same thing I did, and as you can see, the plants are thriving. The colors are beautiful. It's nice dark green, light colors, and the plants really appreciate these fertilizers from my tests that I did. So even in the back, we can see that there's some kind of algae buildup happening. Let me zoom in here. You can see over here, and it's weird. It happens where the light is very strong. So what I did, guys, before I only had one light, and I'll show you how it looked before. Let me turn off. So this is how the fish tank looked with only 1 light. So I decided, you know what, let me test it out, let me add another light and see how it looks. So I add another light, and that's how it looks now. It looks brighter, and I'm gonna keep it like this. I've been keeping it like for 3 days like this, and I do like the color in the tank. Let me just show you what it is. So this 1 light looks like this. Unfortunately, there is no way you can switch off the color. I wish I could switch off the green and the whatever, the red and blue, just have one white. So it's only it's only one there's only one way of keeping this light on, is with all of those colors. And then we have this Maryland light. This one only has white, and then you can also switch to a blue if you wish. So up to you. So let me just switch to the blue, see how it looks. Actually, not a big difference. So I keep it with just white, like this. So now let's go over the plants, guys, that I've been testing and checking, see how they survive in my tank. So some of the plants, I'm going to tell you right away, they did not adjust yet. Like this one right now, it's similar to Vallisneria, guys. It's a grass looking plant. If you know the name, let me know. Bought this offhands. So not sure about, but it looks very grassy looking leaves. So as you can see on the bottom, these strings floating there, all these strings right here, they're grayish. So this is all dying off, and I'm waiting maybe for this plant to readjust. As you know, plants do readjust to the water quality and to other parameters, and they start growing. And I do see that there is one. There's a nice right here, guys. If you see right here, a nice one is growing. So maybe it's gonna adjust to the tank. If not, then you know, it is what it is. So now things that grow well in this fish tank, I noticed I got this what was this Anaharis plant right here. This is a nice bunch over here. So all this, you see this right here, this piece, they were like this tall. Now this piece grows, now this piece grows. So it's been like this for like a week, and this is how much it grew. Bear in mind, fertilizer and light that I have on, light runs for at least 8 hours. That's like minimum. I can go up to 10 hours, but I don't really like that much of light in the fish tank. So that's one of the plants, guys. Anaharis grows great. Now this is a fast growing plant. Now let's go to a slower growing plant. Is the sorry, is the fern plant, Java fern. Now this plant grows a little bit slower, and it's understandable. Some plants grow faster than others, so you can really speed up the process there, unless you really do like one plant focused like study and see what exactly this plant likes more. Is it more fertilizer, or is it more maybe light, or maybe a combination of two, or maybe no nitrates on nitrates in the water. So but so far I didn't see any allergy on Java fern, so it's pretty good. Now the one in the back is Vallisneria. Vallisneria also died off on me after I planted. I also got these plants already kind of yellowish, so it's growing back, and slowly but surely I do see new leaves coming out from the middle there. Now the one in the back also Vallisneria, that bench is also pretty nice and it's starting to really take off. So those three plants. Now let's move to the Anubias. Anubias also is a slow growing plant, no matter how much what kind and how much of fertilizer you're going to use, or the light. It's just a slow growing plant, guys. So I get at least one leaf out of like I would say 3 weeks. So that's how fast they grow. So now let's move on. But you know what I like about Anubis is these nice, beautiful circular shape leaves that this plant has. So yeah. Now another one is wisteria plant. This is the plant, guys, that grows pretty fast, and I noticed that pretty much no matter the quality of the water, it does grow. Now it grows in this fish tank pretty well, and you can see that these leaves right here, they do really appreciate the light. They go up, and you can see the positioning of this branch right here. It's pointing up. Before they were pretty much laying like this way. Now it's pointing up, which means that the plant appreciates the light. And guess what? I'm giving it to this plant. Also, let me zoom in on these roots. The roots, as you can see, are really growing well, and they're trying to get to the bottom and get maybe into the gravel. So I will see, maybe I will plant a piece of it into the gravel and see how it grows. Now, nothing really on the top, nothing really sticking out on the top, but I do want to make a nice level of wisteria along the top level of the water. Maybe it's gonna look nice like that, or I would just take pieces of it and just put in my other tanks, like I have here. So the 10-gallon tanks right here. So I may drop some in there, but for now I'm just keeping testing the waters, if you wish, in the 99-gallon tank, and so far so good. The only thing that is questionable is that algae over there in the back, and I do think that it's because of the lights. So I will let it just grow, just like just like these plants. Algae is also a type of plant, and it gives oxygen also into the water. So it's not like a bad idea, unless you don't really keep up with your fish tank maintenance, and then you just let it grow and it's gonna spread and it's gonna take over the whole tank. That's the really bad part of it. So I was thinking maybe should add like a plaque or some Chinese algae eater, but it's not really about the fish cleaning my tank, because it takes a long time for these fish to clean out the tank unless you have a bunch of them, which I don't want to have here because I have live plants. I don't want. I notice even though I'm feeding placos, they still kind of nip on the plants. So I guess they're missing some of the diet, that's like some of the nutrients that's in this plant. So I'll just keep this tank without any placos or Chinese algae eaters. So also I have no snails here, so specifically just for the community fish and for the plants. Now, so yeah, so this was my overview of the I guess top 3-4 plants that I do like to grow in my tanks, and I hope this was helpful to you. So thanks for watching, guys. Aquarium Fish Hobby, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.